I'm Jackie, and I'm so glad you found me in the jungle of YouTube. I specialise in over 40s, 50s, 60s and 70s to slow down ageing in your brain and body. Please subscribe, I've got so much gold for you. Today we're going to work on memory and core strength. All you need is your body and a little bit of floor. Have a big drink of water. Let's do it. You have to remember 8 exercises today and using your mind and memory as much as your spine. We're working on core strength and memory. So first one to remember, cat-cow it's called in yoga. So come to all fours and then you look forward, inhale, and then try to look at your belly button, exhale. So if you're a beginner, that will be enough. Inhale, look forward, exhale, look at your belly button, squeeze your belly. I won't go into too much instruction of the exercise, but make sure it does feel good for you and you're feeling your spine releasing at the front and back. So try to remember this. Number one exercise to remember. Cat-cow, very good for your spine. Loosening up a little bit. Next, number 2, lie on one side and then lift your legs up and down. Try not to be rolled back. Right on your side. Some people need something under their hip, a folded blanket or a towel. Squeeze your belly, and this is using the muscles in your inner thigh, outer thigh, and deep waist. So very core, this one. I like to exhale when I lift, and that might work for you too. Inhale, exhale, lift, and lower. Try to feel the muscles and focus. You've just done, remember number 1, and how can you remember number 2? Find a little way you can remember this. Number 2. Now roll over onto your other side and do the same exercise. So if it's sore on your hip, on the hard floor, make sure you've got a bit more padding if you can't find the right place. So make sure you're enjoying the exercise. Make it feel good for you. So if you're very new, maybe it's enough to just lift the top leg up and down. Just do what you can. Try to be happy with that. No judging whether you think you're good at it or not. But definitely work on strength. You know how important it is for metabolism, confidence, less injuries, balance. Okay, now that's number 2. Number 3, I'm calling it kicking. So quickly look at what I'm doing if you don't know this. Squeeze your belly and just kick your legs. Try to have straight legs and keep squeezing your belly. So this strengthens the muscles in the back of the body, the lower back. Very, very good for our vertebrae, our bones. So remember this one. This is number 3. See if you can remember what we did number 1. Number 2, we did on both sides. Number 3, try to keep squeezing your belly like you have a tight zip. Now, number 4, onto your elbows. And if you're newer, you can keep the knees down. So this is plank. And if you're used to it and your shoulders are okay, have straight legs. And try to get somebody, a yoga teacher or somebody at home, to check you're not sagging like that, don't do it like I am there, and not bottom in the air either. Try to get that straight line so you're using some deep core muscles. So this is number 4, plank. How are you going to remember this one? Keep squeezing your belly here. Okay, good. Number 5, roll over onto your back, and you can do cycling. So you're using your belly muscles now and your flexors, the thighs at the front. If it's a bit too hard for your back, see this is easier. One knee in, the other knee in. And you can build up to cycling. And try backwards and forwards, pretending you're on a unicycle. But there's lots of ways you can work your abdominals. There's scissor kicks, but be careful of straining your back. So keep your core strong, your abdominal core. Don't let your back arch up. Ideally, you have a neutral spine, so you're not flat in your back, you're not arching. But it's safer if you can't control that. Just try to keep it flat, but if you can have a little inward curve, that would be ideal. Just feeling the muscles and focusing on, see if you can remember number 1, see if you can remember number 2, number 3, see if you can remember number 4, the one we just did. This is number 5, cycling. Can you remember it? Can you remember the last 4? Okay. So number 6 is windscreen wiper. So if you don't know it, have a quick look at me. And my feet are about as wide as the yoga mat, or you could go wider if you have long legs. And my arms, I like this one, the 90-90 internal external rotation. I do have another video which shows you, I go into more detail about how to do some of these exercises in my other videos. So I hope you're getting into quite a few of them, because you'll learn so much from me. How to keep your body feeling absolutely as good as you can feel. So it doesn't matter about the arms, just feeling, make it feel good. This is just loosening your hips. This is just loosening your belly after we did a bit of strength work. So number 6, see if you can remember this one. Okay, and number 7's nice and relaxing as well. So it's not all about hardcore. It's also about having nice soft joints, like children have, and yogis and very healthy people have strong but mobile and soft joints. So just hugging your knees in is just so good for you too. Feel a softening. And see if you can remember, how can you remember this? How can you remember number 7? This is number 7. Hugging the knees in. So little things like 7 is heaven. It's relaxing. I don't know. You can find your own little ways of remembering. And number 8 is quite easy. You're just lying on your back and taking 3 really deep breaths into your belly. And that's actually a little bit core, deep breaths in and out. So you've got to relax your belly first. Breathe in really deeply in through your nose. And then your chest. And then out really slowly and deeply. So you actually got to use your abdominals at the end of the deep exhalation. Squeeze your belly. Breathe out a little bit more. And again, try breathing in for 10 counts. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe some of you a little bit more. Don't worry if you can't do that yet, but work on it. And slowly out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze your belly. 2, squeeze your pelvic floors. 1. And 1 more on your own time. Okay, we're just going to quickly go through them, testing your memory, and also you could get a bit more exercise. So if you're not going to do it, at least try to remember them. Otherwise, what was number 1? Try to remember first, don't just look at me. Cat, cow. Your spine will be a little bit looser now. Pause it if you want to do extra. What was number 2? Can you remember number 2? See this one? And those of you that would like a harder one, this is harder. If your shoulder can handle it. Really getting into the deep lateral muscles, the deep waist, the lats. That's fine, just do this one. And then other side. So this is a bit easier on your shoulders. Some of you might like to try harder if you know it's okay for your shoulder. Feeling some deep muscles. Can you remember number 3? Number 3 was kicking. Squeeze your belly. And if you know your back can do more, if you lift your chest up, it's harder. But be careful of your lower back if you're a beginner. Head down is a little bit easier. And really, as I've already said, keep squeezing your belly because that will help your lower back. Really hard is arms up like this. Okay. Can you remember number 4? On your elbows, number 4. Hold that one. Keep squeezing your belly in. Shoulder blades and the belly squeezing in at the same time. So stabilising at the back and the front. Don't worry if you can only hold it for 5 seconds, but you're building up to longer. Building it up to 30, 40 without shaking. Okay, can you remember number 5? What was number 5? Don't worry if you can't remember, just keep doing it until you can, because that's how you know you've strengthened your brain. So it's not just about strengthening our body and our core, it's about the brain, the focus, the memory, the prefrontal cortex, and then into the hippocampus. So if tomorrow you can remember these 8 exercises, then you know that's really where you want to be. Later today, try to remember them. I've got lots of good videos on exercises that are good for your body, but also I'm going to test your memory, not just feeding you them. Okay, what was number 6? It was windscreen wiper, I think. Hopefully I get it right too, since I made them up. Number 6 was windscreen. You could try it with your arms above your head. You could try it with your feet in different positions. See if you can remember number 7. Number 7. I bet you can remember that one. Hugging your knees in. 7 is heaven. And I think I'm pretty sure you can remember number 8 as well. What was the last one? I think you'll remember it. 3 deep, 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 deep breaths in and out. See if you can get a little bit deeper on this last one. Never let your breath get shallow. A lot of people's breath gets shallower as they get older and faster, but don't let that happen to you. Work on slow, deep breathing regularly. Simple things that are good for you to do, even just first thing in the morning. 3 deep breaths. Focus on having a good day, being really grateful. Try to get through one day without complaining. That's what I try to do. Now, if you want to go through them all again, that's fine, but at least go through them in your head again. 1, cat, cow. 2, leg lifts, side lying, leg lifts. What was number 3? See if you can remember. You don't have to do it. I just want you to try to use your mind. Okay, number 3, kicking. Number 4, plank. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. And maybe you'd like to do it all again. If you found that hard, it would be really, really good for you to do it all again. And in your head, like later today or tomorrow, see if you can remember it again. Or maybe just do it, because we know moving more is good for us, and focusing our mind and using our memory. Thank you. Please subscribe. I've got lots of different ones like that, using different muscles. And yeah, I think you'll really enjoy them. Thank you.